lazy, cozy day here along the Oregon coastal range. As I'm cooking in the kitchen today, my little cat Anastasia is resting, and Camille occasionally comes and visits her. They have an interesting frenemy relationship. So they're just too cute. Hi everyone, it's nice to see you today, and I hope you are doing well. I don't know about you, but one of my primary goals for 2024 is to eat better and healthier. Now, during the winter, that is a little bit difficult because I tend to want comfort food since it gets cold here, it's rainy, it's sometimes gray, often gray. So anyway, I'm today speaking as the sun is bursting through our kitchen, and which is wonderful. However, I'm going to be preparing a soup that I really enjoy and my husband really enjoys. And what I do is I do not eat red meat, so I substitute ground round for this recipe with Impossible Burger. So I will show you how I do it. I hope you enjoy it, and perhaps I can inspire you to create some kind of soup for better living and health. Let's get started. So this is my little Camille, and she's just a tiny little one, but she loves to come in the kitchen with me and see what I'm up to. So anyway, today I'm going to make some lasagna soup in a crock pot. And from my shadow back there, you can tell that there is some sunshine right now. However, it's been raining on and off. It was actually very gray for a while. However, right now we have an abundance of sunshine, and it's about 40 degrees here along the Oregon coastal range. So let me show you what ingredients I'm going to be using. Some lasagna, some spicy marinara. Of course, you can alter the marinara. You can just use regular or whatever you have on hand. I have spicy, so I'm going to use that. Some fire roasted diced tomatoes, some red pepper, some Cajun. My husband does not like the texture of onions, so I use onion powder, and there's going to be about a teaspoon of each one. A lot of people use beef broth. However, I don't have any on hand, so I'm just going to go ahead and use chicken broth. And then I've diced up some garlic. This is the Impossible Burger. I'm going to be using about a half a pound, and I'm first going to season it with some pepper and some other seasoning that's like, it's a mix of different seasonings, and it's from Penzeys, which is a company, I believe, out in Portland. So it's wonderful spices they sell. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to season a little bit and then put some oil in a pan, saute some garlic, and then I'm going to mix all this up in it. So let's get started. I'm just sauteing the garlic right now, and I think it's about a clove or 2 cloves that I just went ahead and diced up. And next, I am going to be adding my Impossible Burgers, and I'm going to mix them up. And first, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of this mixture on it. It's a chicken and pork rub, actually, from Penzeys, and I just sprinkle a little bit on it, and I add some pepper. Kind of just flavors up the Impossible Burgers. And then I just add it to the pan, cook it up. Just like regular hamburger meat. The other option, of course, for meat is sausage. You could also use sausage. However, I actually don't eat any red meat at all, so that's not even in the formula here. So I'm going to go ahead and cook this up, and then I will get back with you. Camille loves this Impossible Burger also. It looks like regular hamburger, actually, and it smells delicious. My husband always gets excited when he hears me in the kitchen and starts smelling the garlic and the smell of all the scents. He knows there's something good that's going to be made. So anyway, I went ahead and I forgot to tell you that actually the recipe calls for heavy cream also. So there you have it. And I cut up my lasagna. And here's the remainder of the marinara. Cup of heavy cream, about a teaspoon each of the red pepper flakes. I just sort of eye it. If it's a little bit more, that's fine. And the Cajun seasoning and some onion powder. I'm gonna mix that up. What I like about this recipe too, I can just go ahead and add the lasagna noodles. They're the no-bake ones. And I'm going to turn my crock pot up to high. Add my pasta. And I did not add the complete box. I probably added a little over half of the box. Mix that up real well. It's on high. It's about 1:30 right now, so I'm gonna set it for about 3 to 4 hours on high and then come back and check it. Checking my soup, and it's looking very good right now, although it still has about another hour and a half to go. And meanwhile, I decided I was going to go ahead and make up this bread. I love making bread from scratch. However, I found a great go-to sourdough recipe. Let me share it with you. What's nice about it is you don't need to have a sourdough starter. Everything is inclusive. It's like a really easy way to make sourdough. It comes with everything you need. This particular one is a cheddar cheese sourdough. So they have the mix. You put the mix in, you add 12 ounces of carbonated water or beer, whatever you choose, and then about a cup of cheese. I'm just going to eye it here. And you mix it all together, and then you put it in a 5x9 loaf pan, and you bake it. And it's ready to go. You can see the carbonation working on it. So this is what I am going to make to go with the lasagna soup, because it just seems like perfect. It's not raining right now, but it's definitely going to be. So let me go ahead and get this made and pop it in the oven. The directions say if you want an extra buttery crust, and who doesn't, for a cozy winter day, you can actually pour some melted butter over it before you pop it in the oven and bake between 40 and 50 minutes. So this isn't a homemade recipe. It is a package that you can probably get online. I'm not really sure. However, a local store sells it here where I live. And so I have fallen in love with the sourdough one because I don't have a starter to make sourdough bread. And I love making bread from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven. It's officially evening time now, and the soup is ready and the lights are dimmed and everything looks so delicious. I have to tell you though that the bread, the butter was supposed to be melted and applied about 5 minutes before it was ready, along with some extra cheese if you wanted the crust to be crustier, and I did. However, I actually placed the melted butter on earlier than I needed to, but it looks delicious, and we are ready to enjoy our lasagna soup with some ricotta cheese on top. And it's the coziest meal I can think of on an evening that it's not raining, but it's very cold. I hope I inspired you in some way to create a cozy dinner for yourself with this wonderful lasagna soup. Thank you for stopping by. See you next time.